What about
Yeah.
yourself when you first watched?
When I first watched it, and again yesterday, I loved the feel good aspect of it. I love that everything worked out even better than it worked out exactly how he hoped it would, even ending up on the cover of Life magazine,
Yes.
which is what he wanted at the very beginning too. So he got what he needed, but he also got what he wanted, which that's always a really fun thing. But I think what when I went into it, I knew it was a Ben Stiller movie, and Ben Stiller always gets the short end of the stick, like of all in all of his movies, and the ones that the ones that he's in, but also the ones that I don't know too much about the ones he directs because he's not as. But anyway, I haven't seen the Tropic Thunder ones, but I figured I was just kind of like, all right, he's just gonna get the short end of the stick and everything that he's doing in this one. But at the end, he really doesn't. Like he owns the film, he owns the story, he owns the character, and in addition to that, I thought it was the most beautiful movie that Ben Stiller has ever done, like
I agree.
visually, aesthetics. It was just like he was telling stories through all of his other movies, and this one he just showed the world, and he showed such a beautiful, like the composition was just gorgeous. The way that he shot it, it was like he made storytelling an art form with
Even
this movie.
the opening credits when he's walking out of Time magazine on the, he's walking and then you've got that long, I guess it's the sidewalk in the building and it's got like, New Line Cinema presents, and
Mm-hmm.
then like you've got the overhead shots. I agree with you completely. It was a beautiful, beautiful film. The
Yeah,
landscapes, the colors were vivid. The daydreaming sequences. I didn't expect that aspect of it. I knew that he daydreamed in the movie, but I didn't realize that he daydreamed just when him and the jerk boss.
Adam Scott's
Yeah,
character.
I can't think of his
Yeah,
name
the
right
beard.
off. When he when they're in the elevator and then there's that little daydreaming sequence where they get into an argument with the Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, I thought it was just going to be, he's going to be daydreaming about going on a journey,
yeah,
not about so many things in life. So that was a nice
exactly.
little touch that I didn't expect.
Yeah, I just thought it was I thought it was a beautiful movie, and I really didn't see it coming, but I
Yeah.
appreciated it so much more because it was like every single aspect of the film they paid so much attention to. All right, so that brings us to the next question, which is what is one thing that you wish that you could change about the movie? I'll take that one first.
Okay.
I appreciated the daydreaming, but I got a little bit exhausted with it, especially the Stretch Armstrong one. I think
Long.
that one just kept going and going and going, and it was like, all right, we got the point. Like, let's just move on. I like the other ones because they were these little blurts of like of him thinking or daydreaming, but then he would quickly snap out of it. But that one went on for 25 minutes.
He went out. He was in. Are you talking about the one when they went like into the street?
Yep.
I thought
Yeah.
I thought that it went a little long too. It went. I can't. I think it was probably 4 to 6 minutes, or maybe 7 to 8 minutes of screen time when it should have been three at most. At
Oh yeah.
most.
Yeah.
I don't think the fight should have went outside. The fight should have went outside the elevator.
Yeah.
I don't think it should have went into the street. It made me think of a movie called Scott Pilgrim. Have you watched Scott Pilgrim before?
I know of it, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, if you ever go back and watch Scott Pilgrim, there's a couple whenever the Stretch Armstrong scene, it made me think of a little bit of Scott Pilgrim during that part.
Yeah. Sorry, Alex is out in the park and she wanted me to look at a tiny little dog that's down there. So I had to
Okay.
take a peek at it real quick. Anyway, yeah, I just thought I thought it was just too long. And the other thing is the tone of that scene doesn't really match the tone of the rest of the movie because
No.
even the most actiony scenes, which would probably be the shark, or would be the volcano.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe those are the two. Have a
yeah,
different feel to it. It's less of action movie and it's more of like escape. Like there's no
yeah.
escaping in what he's doing. He's just attacking. And
Right.
I got tired of it. Got real tired of it
I
real
can
fast.
see
I
that.
didn't even like the music for it.
You didn't like the music for it?
For that segment, no. I
Yeah,
think they could have cut the whole thing and I'd been happy.
yeah.
What
I'm a big fan of trimming down, as we've discussed before. So if you cut that scene out completely and just leave it as, whatever snide comment said in the elevator, the guy gets off, but there's no fantasy scene. That would have cut down at least 7 minutes. So,
and
um,
money.
yeah,
There's a
because that
lot of money put into that scene.
was an expensive scene. That's
Yeah.
probably one of the most expensive. I mean, one of the most intricate fantasy scenes, and it's
Oh,
early.
it's the film was shot, the budget was $90 million. And
Okay.
I'm curious as to know how much of that money was spent on that one scene. It was just too much.